by now you've probably already heard that Alphabet's Google Inc. has recently fired a 28-year-old James Damore after he issued an internal, now leaked memo criticizing Google's diversity methodology in basically all of their practices. Alphabet, as a side note here, is the parent company to organizations like Google and YouTube and has a lot of its shares owned by one George Soros. But I do not want to discuss any of the politics or any of Mr. Damore's arguments themselves because, of course, he is a white male, and that means that the likelihood that he is a sexist caveman is very high. And I, for one, have always fancied, myself possibly working in Silicon Valley. And now that there are white male bigots like James Damore out of Silicon Valley, well, I'd like to see who my potential hypothetical colleagues would be. So I found some of Google's Twitter addresses, some of their employees who are not bigots like James. So let's check them out. All right, first things first, Liz the Gray, coming right at ya. Okay, she looks normal, relatively. Liz Fong Jones, SRE, Site Reliability Engineer at Google Cloud. Okay, Customer Reliability Engineering, sounds smart. Views not necessarily Google's. Okay, protective lip service. Her daemon is Misty the Samoyed. Okay, trans and queer as fuck. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm sure we'd get along. We'd find some things to talk about. She seems nice. I mean, maybe a little bit aggressive. But all right, so next one is Fat Neck Beard Guy. All right, let's do this. Interesting handle. Oh, okay, so his Twitter name, not his handle, is Punch All the Nazis. And it would seem that Fat Neck Beard Guy Punch All the Nazis, well, he has yours truly blocked. Never interacted with him, but he seems really inclusive. Okay, next one. At Left Oblique. I'm guessing she's not talking about her muscles. All right, at Left Oblique. Dana Fried. Okay. She's got interesting hair color. Technical infrastructure at Google. Okay, possible colleague. Rainer Rolly Girls hydraulic tests. I'm guessing she likes rollerblading or roller derbying stuff. That's fine, that's normal. We could, hang out at the rink sometime. Co-momming with another handle here. Okay, so you're looking at probably a lesbian on top of the trans queer as fuck man woman. Surprising that they don't have any of their pronouns listed. I'm sure we could figure that out. Okay, next one is Saddam 007. Here she is, Sarah Adams. Go on Cloud at Google. Founder of Woman W Hogo and proudly bipolar. What a winner. Okay, and then she's got a little bit of an LGBT LMNOP flag there. Awesome, lives in San Francisco. Not gonna say predictable, but proudly bipolar. I mean, I'm not gonna make fun of someone who's, got a mental illness. Might not be the only one. Okay, next one's up. Michelle, 192837. Okay. Google Container Engine. Okay, that's where she works. She's a knitter, she's a gamer, a giant nerd, and she's got she, her pronouns. Okay, that's fine. She seems actually the most normal out of all of them. I think myself and Michelle, 192837, could possibly get along. Maybe sit together at lunch or something like that at Google HQ. Share a beer. Talk about her pronouns. All right, DM Brown 1. Coming for you, buddy. Don't assume it's a buddy, though. Could be a guy. Could be a pal. Danielle. Danielle, it's a girl. Okay, that's why you don't assume, friends. These rules exist for a reason. By day, driving diversity and inclusion in tech, Google, outside of work, traveling the world, cooking, running, learning, never sitting still. Views are my own. So she is all about diversity and inclusion, and yet her tweets are protected. Just saying, there seems to be a little bit of a cognitive dissonance going on over there. Gotta circle that square. All right, and finally, I won't tease any more of these precious employees who, of course, are still receiving salaries, unlike one James Damore. Jess Muskin. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm just gonna read, I'm not gonna judge the picture. Polyamorous, queer, autistic, trans lesbian. I'm also a computer witch. SWE at Google. Views are not those of her employer. And generally a huge gay nerd. She, her. I'm guessing that those are her pronouns. Okay, I have a couple of questions. Not the polyamorous part, but the queer, autistic, trans, lesbian. First of all, queer and lesbian, aren't they sort of the same thing? Maybe not, okay, pardon my ignorance here, but a trans lesbian? So does that mean that you were a man that was into chicks and then became a woman and you're now still into chicks? So basically, you just mutilated yourself and your sexual orientations remain the same. Okay. All right, I don't understand what James's problem was, why he felt like his views were not welcome in this community. Okay, obviously he was a bigot, but I'm just gonna give you a little bit of a life hack. If you are a white male and you're looking for a job in Silicon Valley, I think that we figured out how to game the system. Just say that you're a trans lesbian and bam, Google gets to meet its diversity quota and you get to keep your job. For the Rebel.media, I'm Faith Goldy. Pronouns she, her. YouTube's trying to censor videos just like this one. If you want to help us build an app so we can get away from our YouTube overlords, visit theycan'tstopus.com.